temperature change. I don't know, it seemed like he had some. He used to be on there. I said, when he was a part owner, I talked to him and he's had some people over the bridge. I just remember he was part of that, this area. I remember talking to him then, that's the last time I ever seen him. Oh, down.
Mark, we need your help with the clock again.
Yeah, you're the only one who can reach it.
I'm not on the clock. I'm not on the clock for,
You wouldn't volunteer?
yeah, I did.
So it's got 629. The cell phones are different than both the clocks. All right, we're gonna go ahead and call this meeting to order at 6:30. This is the February meeting of Loudon City Council, so we'll call that to order. First order of business, invocation and pledge of allegiance. So I'll lead us in invocation, if everyone please stand. Let's pray together. Heavenly Father God, we thank you for the gift you give us of another day. We thank you for watching over and taking care of us today. Thank you for all the many, many blessings you bestow upon us each and every day. Most importantly, God, we thank you for our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Thank you for the opportunity to serve our community. Thank you for those on the council here that give of their time and dedication to serve our community. We thank you for their efforts and their dedication. Be with us tonight in this meeting. I pray that you would help us to make good decisions and give us wisdom and discernment. We ask this in Christ's name. Amen. Amen. Councilmember Ridings will lead us in the pledge.
Attention, salute, pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. You may be seated. Roll call, please.
Mayor Harris.
Here.
Vice Mayor Dixon.
Here.
Councilmember Cardwell.
Here.
Councilmember Newman.
Here.
Councilmember Ridings.
Here.
Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming to the monthly meeting of the Loudon City Council. My name is Mayor Jeff Harris, and I'd like to welcome everyone to our meeting tonight. Tennessee law gives every Tennessean the right to attend city council meetings and to see how their government operates. We're glad that you took time out of your personal schedule to come here and see how we do business tonight. It's my intention as your chair that we create a space where everyone feels seen, heard, respected, and valued. You should have a copy of tonight's agenda. If you don't have one, you can pick one up on the table at the back of the room. This agenda is your guide to the topics we'll be discussing tonight. In order to conduct efficient, business-like meetings, the council has adopted some specific rules that we follow. Primarily, these rules are designed to keep the meeting moving, assure that all points of view are heard and considered, and to provide for common courtesy. In a few minutes, we'll come to a place on the agenda entitled Citizens Input, where anyone who is signed in is asked to come in and speak to council is encouraged to do so. We ask that you wait until you've been called up to the podium before you address council. After being recognized, please address the council and follow 3 simple rules. At the beginning of the presentation, state your name for the records, address all of your questions to the chair, and avoid the use of improper language, profanity, or any other inappropriate conduct. Once the citizens input portion of the meeting is over, the council will proceed with the remainder of the agenda. You're welcome to stay and observe the meeting, but be advised that any additional public comments will be limited to 3 minutes each and at the discretion of City Council. We ask everyone to remember we're doing the people's business here tonight. It's a very important responsibility for all of us. You can help us do this business by observing the rules we've established. Again, welcome to the Loudon City Council meeting. We're glad that everyone is here tonight. First item of business is recognition of visitors, and we're going to cover 2 things. Oath of office. We have a Parks and Rec and Tourism Director, Ramey Lyle, so we're going to swear him in. So Ramey, can meet me up front. Yeah, big time.
This is the first one. Don't mess it up. No fingers crossed.
Yeah, and cross your fingers,
Cross
right?
your fingers.
Right. Okay, raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Remy Law,
I, Remy Law,
do solemnly affirm
do solemnly affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the state of Tennessee,
the state of Tennessee,
and the charter and ordinances of the city of Loudon,
and the charter and ordinances of the city of Loudon,
and I will faithfully discharge the duties
and I will faithfully discharge the duties
of the office of Director of Parks, Recreation, and Tourism for the city of Loudon.
of the office of Parks, Recreation, and Tourism for the city of Loudon.
Congratulations, Raymond.
Congratulations.
Thank you all.
Let's smile for the camera here.
Get back up there.
Yeah.
Got hide again.
Congratulations. Yes, sir.
Mr. Lyle?
Sure.
Sign you up.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Raymond is already doing a really good job, and proud of him. All right, next I've asked Gary Hendricks to be here. He is our, come up here. He's our solid waste disposable commission member. Plans were to have David Hollenshed here tonight from Republic. He had a prior engagement. He will be here for the March workshop, so those questions you have for him. But I've asked Gary just to come give us an update, and then there might be some questions that council might have. So Gary, thank you for representing us for one thing. Go ahead.
There's a lot of things going on, so if you guys have any specific questions, go ahead and ask that. I believe a couple of you may.
Okay. I know Councilman Carver had some questions about the sale.
Sure.
Yeah, just,
Yeah.
let's just put on the record about all the rumors about them wanting to buy it.
Okay. There is, they have shown interest in purchasing a landfill. This is through, our attorney Elizabeth Murphy. There's been no proposal. We don't know when and if the proposal will come, if they decide that they want to go forward. I do know that that proposal, if they submit one, will first come to the city, to you guys, to this governing body right here first, for approval, for markups, for whatever it is you want to do. And then it will also go, obviously, to the North City, and I guess it's the Loudon County Commission. So the three governing bodies would first.
Does it take a majority of them, or has to be all three have to
It's
agree?
gonna be all three would have to agree, so if you guys were to have such as, if you guys were to have, amendments to their proposal, then that would have to be added to the other two governing bodies. Any amendments they would have to have would also have to be approved. But reality of all that taking place is pretty slim.
Yeah.
The reality is, I don't see it happening.
I mean, that's with the attorneys and everything right now, I'm sure,
Oh, yeah.
going back and forth with.
Oh, then this is nothing that's gonna happen tomorrow,
Yeah.
obviously. This will be a long-term deal.
And the other, issue that keeps coming up is about the area that's gonna be rezoned within the current boundaries of the landfill for the borrow pits.
That one, are you talking about the Jackson law, like they keep bringing?
Now, Jackson Laws, that's the next question. This is
that's
about
all-
the zoning of it.
That's all a county commission issue. It was actually brought up at our meeting the other night, and, Adam Waller, our chairman, let everyone know that that was a commission issue. It would be brought up there and decided at the county.
I know Councilman Carl and I were at the special call town hall meeting.
Yeah.
It was a topic of
Yes.
talking about a lot there.
There's also, was it a planning committee meeting on the 10th?
Yeah, the
Is that
planning,
right?
regional planning commission
Regional Planning
meeting.
Committee meeting, I think it's gonna come up there on the 10th of March.
March, okay. And then, and go ahead if you want to discuss the Jackson Law.
I don't know, we totally stayed out of, we completely stayed out of
The
that.
Jackson law's in, Loudon's adopted it already.
Yes.
The
Yes.
county has.
Yeah, the county has.
Right.
There'll be a discussion if the city wants to adopt it also.
Yeah.
Because that
Correct.
gives us the ability to say yes or no
Right.
on landfills and expansions of landfills within our corporate boundary, but also if it's within a mile of our corporate boundary. And also, I think we can put a stipulation to where we can limit it to only collecting garbage from the county, and they can't take outside.
I think the Jackson law is a good thing.
Yes.
And so I've asked Kevin to look at it, that may be something that we as a body want to adopt it, but something we need to go ahead and have our attorney and city manager look into and better educate us on
Okay.
what it is and what it's not.
You're correct.
Okay.
And I'm sure another question that people get asked, I know Councilmember Wrighton's asked about several times, the mud on Highway 72 is a hot topic.
You know, that's always, it's tough, for landfill to be able to cure that. However, they have made some progress, as far as trying to remedy the issue or minimize it at least. They have paved, now 1,000 feet of pavement from the weigh scales up the hill. That's just recent, the last couple of months. The weather's been really bad, obviously, for the last month or so, so they've not got to do anything more. They've installed 3 catch basins up through there, like cattle guards, 1, 2, 3. The first one, then should fill up more than the second one and the third one. They've also added speed bumps to help slow down, and that's still in conjunction with the current wheel wash that they have. So, and all these things were just implemented probably in the last 6 weeks.
Are there plans to pave more?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
There's more coming. It's just weather permitted. Weather has been an issue right now, obviously.
It's not working.
No, that. So, and I did notice in one of their pictures the other day, I've not been able to get up there when they're open, but they're starting to use mats to dump on, which is something we asked for sometime back. So they're starting to use that. Anything's gonna help. I think it's gonna be a stack up where you do multiple things before you really get
See a difference?
the results.
And the other complaint we had was about how often they're supposed to put fill on top of the garbage. Is that weekly?
They put a daily cover on, and then on the weekend before they close, they 2 inches of silt
Okay.
is what they put on.
I'm in the same way with the mayor. We get the pictures where people will take pictures of it not being covered up and all that. How is that monitored?
It's not. It's monitored through them and TDEC when they come to inspect. I can tell you, I've been up there before when it's been covered, and when I first saw it, I didn't think it was covered till we got up closer. It almost looks like plastic bags, the way it sticks up, and it's just kind of through there. It's deceiving to
That's
get
probably
closer
the
to.
picture they sent us.
Yeah, it looks like plastic bags.
It looks like bags.
Look like trash, yeah.
That's the
trash,
cover.
so.
That is the cover. So.
Any other questions for Gary? Anybody? Anything else you need to share with us, Gary?
I think that's it. The biggest thing is gonna be the sale. I know everyone's really concerned about that. But again, the reality is we have to have a lot of people in agreement on it.
Yeah,
And there's a lot of things that would happen. We would have to, there'll be contracts and things of that sort that we would definitely want to require. So.
Well, the big one came out, even after that meeting, it came out that, that meeting, they told us wrong stuff, and now, so the more information you can give us and put it out, the better off we'll be.
I got you.
Thank you for coming, Gary. Thank you for serving on the committee. All right, adoption of the agenda. You have the agenda before you. Everybody had a chance to look at it. We have a motion to adopt. Okay, we have a motion by Vice Mayor Dixon, second by Councilmember Ridings. All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Citizens input. Okay, Mitch, we'll let you lead it off. Stay right there if you want to.
Yes, I was just gonna say that I had an opportunity to engage in a professional capacity with the Loudon Police Department last Monday. Turned out, had a vehicle missing when I got to work on Monday. And, we had some folks respond, Scott Newman and Cameron Kelly, and then later I talked on the phone with Brian Jenkins. Fastest recovery in history. I think it took them 5 minutes to locate the vehicle. And it was a positive interaction, and it's the luxury of living in a small town. And juveniles involved, but I wanted to compliment on their efforts and what they did.
Well, thank you, Mitch. Normally, you know, they might get criticized, but thank you for the positive comments. And we had Gary already. Okay, Owen James.
Hello, I'm Owen James, and I'm here to ask a question on the status of the, I guess, the ordinance amendment that was discussed back in January, just to see where we are, because when all this started, I really was not on a time crunch, and I'm still not at this point, but I've got to have my building delivered and installed by August, or I lose my deposit, which is, you know, substantial deposit. So right now, you know, I'm looking at best June, and then another month delay for whatever reason, that puts us to July, and then, so July and August will be here before we know it. So I don't want it to kind of get on the back burner, missed for any reason, so I just came tonight to
I've
get an
talked to
update.
Owen, some of y'all may have talked to him in person too. I asked him to, you know, certainly fine to come and request, you know, status or whatever. What I know is it's been drafted, and I guess I'm gonna turn to Michael, city engineer. He's been, and him and Laurie's been kind of handling that, and Kevin too, I guess, at some point, but they can give you some specifics of that. So,
Okay.
Michael, you want to?
So we've taken comments we received from you and prepared draft to go to the next steps. We were also asked to just kind of further vet that. There's a new state office. It's the Center for Local Planning, and we're coordinating with them and hope to have a meeting set this week. We've sent them what's been drafted, and so hopefully we'll just have a step here of vetting it with this new state office, and then bringing it back to you all for your next workshop. And depending on how you receive that, we would take it right down to Planning Commission, where we would also bring your site plan. So we would consider trying to move those things along together. That way, once council were to approve this change, we could transition into permitting for you.
What I've tried to reassure Owen is this is not anything with his business. I mean, he's just in the middle of it, trying to get this policy right and this zoning ordinance right and everything. I apologize for that, but it will get worked out, and it's really gonna be beneficial to his business if we get it documented right.
Right.
Any other questions? We'll try to move it along as quick as we can. Thank you for your patience. You've been very patient. We appreciate that.
You know, I appreciate the work that has been done. I mean, it is a necessity, because you don't want overran with anything really. But I guess, you know, if we get in, because I have to have my concrete 30 or 45 days, so it's cured before my building's put up. So if I'm looking at August, my building has to be installed in August, I need to be pouring concrete June, July. So if we get to that point and we're near the finish line, you know, I can't buy my building permit until this gets resolved.
Right.
So if we're near the finish line, I may ask, you know, can I go ahead and get a building permit? We're in the final lap here. Can I go ahead and get a building permit early? That way I can get my concrete poured, because I have to have it before my footers, everything has to be inspected. So that may be something I have to come back for, you know, in May timeframe maybe.
We'll cross that bridge if we get there. Hopefully we'll see this in March at our workshop and, you know, be able to put things in motion then. But if we come to that point, make sure you know, do.
I will, and I'm not trying to bug anybody about this. I'm just trying to stay proactive on my behalf, you know, trying to get it done as quickly as we can, you know.
Okay, does anybody else have a comment for Owen? All right, thank you all.
Thank y'all.
Okay, next item is approval of the minutes. We have regular meeting and the special call meeting. Talked to Attorney Fry, he said he's reviewed those and they appear to be accurate.
I'll make a motion.
Okay, I'm gonna ask that we approve those both at the same time.
I'll make a motion.
Okay, we have a motion, do we have a second? Motion second. Any questions? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Next item is at the workshop, Mr. Nolan Rollins, who's in the audience here tonight, has requested a resolution of support for the Loudon Legacy Foundation. That resolution is attached. I think he was pretty self-explanatory in his presentation at the workshop, so what's the pleasure of council? Motion, we have motion second, any questions?
Got any clarification?
Motion.
Thank you.
And Eric? Okay, no questions, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. All right, next item is, the approval as requested to execute the contract with Direct Primary Care Associates PLLC, and Brian's here again tonight, and Kevin's online, so it was discussed at the workshop, the contract's included here in your packet, so is there any
Motion.
discussion? We have a motion, do we have a second?
Second.
Motion is second, now is there any questions?
Yeah, I just want to make sure that the same thing that came up at the utility meeting, which is, they're talking it may be 60 days before they can be in operation. So I'll make sure that the contract, even if we approve it tonight, won't be executed until they're ready, because I don't want to sit there and pay $38,000 a month and they're not taking, employees in.
Yeah, the big thing is the building, getting the building, it's just not sure yet when that'll be able for Brian to.
The other is, I'd like to have a firm number of the split between the city and utility of how much we're paying of that and how much the utility's paying. Just so we can, so Melissa will know how much to budget and put it in there.
So Kevin, you got a comment about that?
Yeah, we'll get that. It's pretty doggone close to half, but we'll have the exact numbers. That'll be that's part of the breakdown. We are splitting it up by, and dependents. We're splitting that up, in the contract and in the setup with Direct Primary Care Associates. And so we will definitely have that, but it's really close to 50-50. It's not exactly 50-50, but it's pretty close.
And I think, Brian, you said the building will kind of reflect that too, is right, correct? About as far as departments and.
That's correct.
So, Bill, you can see, departments and number of employees in each department.
And that leads to the next is I've asked them to calculate a projected break even of how many employees would it take to utilize this program and not file claims on our current one in order to recoup the $461,000. Because Kevin, if I'm not mistaken, one of the primary reasons we're doing this is to try to reduce cost in our plan. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's not just the employees, it'll be dependents too. But we'll have a pretty good, in most situations, I think, Brian, correct me, but I think it's around 60%. Ours may be just a little bit higher than that. But as soon as Brian gets into the community and we get him into some other organizations and they pick up another member or two, our costs even go down. So, and it goes down as we add people. We worked that out with Beth. So, but yes, we'll get some more of that. And they will also, Brian will probably speak to this, but we get a quarterly report. We get a monthly invoice invoiced monthly on how many people, and that's part of the other. It's on how many active members is how the split goes. And so we'll get a quarterly report of who's using it, how, and those kind of things.
Yeah.
Brian, you might want to expand on that a little bit.
Yeah, Brian, come to.
Yeah, on the quarterly report, you will not be able to see who specifically, so I want to really make that super clear. It will be how many people we saw, what we saw them for, and the breakdown of labs, medications, anything that we do that's going to positively affect your plan.
Okay, Kenny, you have a question?
Two actually, or is there gonna be ID cards? What's the plan there?
We will have a census, an enrollment, and that will be from Melissa. So no, we don't do ID cards.
And the other question, which I've already asked John about, how come the utilities didn't include retirees the same way the city did?
Well, that's gonna be the next item. That's the next item on the agenda, so we'll.
Okay.
So this is the contract with Direct Primary Care for the city. Is there any other?
I'd like to make a note, as far as the budgeting is concerned, this will come out of the fund balance in the medical benefits fund. And so there won't be any extra allocation from the general fund or the gas, water, sewer, electric funds. There won't be an extra allocation to cover it.
Well, but how does money get into that fund?
So we have a rate that we allocate per employee every year and budget for. But what we're saying right now is this will not affect that rate. And the goal is in the future for it to decrease that rate.
Yeah, we have had to
instead of
increase, we've
increase
had
it.
to increase that in the past.
Yeah, because the fund balance was
Yeah,
drawn down.
Gone down, right.
But last year, 2.5 million came out of that fund. And we put in 3.1, I believe. So now, the goal is that we spend 461 here and 2.5 doesn't come out. You'd like to see 2 million come out and you know, we're saving money because those claims aren't hitting our insurance. I mean, that's the whole thing. We're not looking that we're still gonna have 2.5 and an additional 461. So it's all about getting people that are in our plan to participate, to reduce that cost. So it's coming out of that balance, so we're not have to change what we're currently using from general fund to go into that.
Correct.
How much does the city put into that general fund right now?
For an employee that has family coverage, it's right at $28,000 a year.
Okay.
Now, it's right at
Do you know what the
13
total for the city is?
single. I don't have the total, no.
Can you send that to me later?
I can.
And all those are side issues that, you know, that John's brought up, just more information on it, doesn't, I mean, we're still gonna up for approval of this contract, it's not pending those things. All that can be supplied later, you know. So did I get a motion second?
Yes.
Yes, you did.
I thought I did.
We were in
Yes.
discussion.
Yes, we need a vote, please.
Yeah. Okay, any other discussion first though? Anybody?
On the split between city and utilities, is that looked at annually, or is it, we determine what the split is now, and that is the split for a remaining period of time? Does that make sense?
Yeah, Kevin, you know the answer to that?
I think the way, talking with Beth, and the way we allocate is by usage. So it could fluctuate up and down, by organization. They'll also be reporting out, how that looks department-wise inside of each organization also. Yeah, now as it, when we get to the point where, we have enough partners join in on this, that we drop back to the membership rate, then it's, we pay for every active member, that we have a membership for and dependent. So that's the way to work when we get back to the membership base, but right now, it'll be by percentage of usage, the way I understand it from Beth.
I'm not sure if I'm tracking that then. If you're saying percentage of usage, right now it's 0. And so how are we doing the initial split of the payments?
Initially, we'll just split it, basically by what percentage of people from each organization are enrolled in the program. And we might keep it that way. We discussed a couple of different ways because we were trying to figure out, it's 2 organizations paying into the same medical benefit fund, how we were gonna pay it out of that. And so, you know, it'll be by the percentage of the number per organization. So if there's, 54% are utilities employees and 46% are city employees and dependents, then that will be probably the start breakdown, till we convert over membership. Brian, do you have anything?
As we add new members, your rate goes down. As utilization at your point, how the utilization goes is going to be dependent on how many people are in those departments or on each side of this. So like Kevin was saying, if there's 51 on the utility side or, 49 on the other, that's the breakdown. But the more people that we get in, once we get up and going, actually that rate will go down for you guys. And that's from the start of.
Can you send me what those rates are, what it will go down to, what it is right now, what it will go down to? Because I see the 80 per month.
Yep.
It's 80 for adults and 40.
The 80 is about what
40 for.
is about what we're paying right now. That 38,000 breaks down to about 80
Correct.
per. So I'm not sure.
That's not counting kids, and kids are at $40. So that's where the difference is. It's about $11,000 between where we are and where we hope to get to ish, somewhere in that range. And so that has us paying, like, round numbers, utilities paying 30%, the city's paying 30% of their usage, and we're covering the other 20%. If we bring on another partner in this that takes on 10% of that 20%, our costs will go down about $5,500 per month. They will, as we grow toward that 600 number, not as we grow, as direct primary care associates clientele grows, our cost goes down until we get to that point where we drop to the full, where we're just paying memberships.
Okay.
Okay, any other questions? Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, the next item is extending, and this was brought up from council at the workshop, to extend this eligibility to certain retirees for direct primary care services. That resolution is in your packet, and this goes back to Councilman Writing's question. If you look at the resolution, it is for city employees. That's the way it's listed, because Councilman Cardwell, Director Cardwell here, I don't think the utilities had discussion on that, so I can't answer the question of why, but maybe there was a discussion that Councilman Cardwell can clarify with that. That's just.
Motion to approve.
Okay.
Second.
Have a motion second. Any other discussion?
Yeah, so now this one, what's the cost?
When we drop down
8,000.
to the subscription rate, it would be $8,640 per year right this moment. So there are 9 active employees based on the parameters set forth in this resolution. But that will fluctuate over time. And I do not see that coming from the general fund unless the medical benefits fund becomes unhealthy in the future. So it would be funded entirely from previous contributions to the medical benefits fund.
And this is just a cost, there's no cost savings by doing this, because these
Correct.
people aren't in the plan, so we're not gonna be able to recoup this money. This is just a flat out cost.
Correct.
And why 25 years? What was the thought on that? And I apologize since I wasn't here at the workshop, so I'm catching up. Sort of seems, I know you didn't say it.
You gotta have 25 and 55 to retire.
Do what now?
You gotta have 25 and 55. 25 years service and 55 years
That's
of
the
age.
bridge.
That's on the bridge.
So that they also have to be age 55 to qualify for this?
For the bridge, yes.
That's not this, though.
No, he was just wondering where the 25.
Yeah, so this doesn't have an age on it, as long as they do 25 years and then if they retired. But you're saying in order to retire, they also have to be age 55,
Just police and fire.
just police and fire.
Yeah.
The normal city employee doesn't.
No, they'll go to 65, so then it goes, like she said, it's gonna fluctuate, probably lower, actually. It could fluctuate up and down a little bit, but not much.
And they have to complete the 25 years of service with the city of Loudon.
So this isn't a cost savings, this is just a cost to the city to add in, and it mainly applies to police and fire?
No, it's citywide,
It's citywide, but
but they're gonna work longer than 55, so the duration would not be as long.
Okay, but again, it doesn't recoup its own costs because they're not in our medical plan. So it's just a straight cost to the city.
Yeah, it's just a benefit and an expense, basically.
Yeah.
Same.
And then we used to provide medical for retirees, but the city and utility got rid of that, correct? For the same reason, because it was it was getting expensive.
It's timed out, a lot of, yeah, it's on higher date.
Okay. So I just thinking we're going back the other way again.
No, this is a whole lot better.
Different setup too, because before it didn't stop at 65. Here it stops at 65.
Any other discussion? Any other questions?
So again, it's just a benefit. It's not a cost savings, it's just. And why do we want to do this?
I think it's a relatively inexpensive benefit to reward our employees, our city employees who've worked with us for 25 years. I see it more as a rewards benefit. You know, this is like I said, relatively inexpensive. When you think about, you know, the max, if you're thinking about $1,000 a year for an individual, somebody retires at 55, the max payout, you know, is that seven, when they're eligible for Medicare? So the max payout, you know, again, it's just a rewards benefit for our retirees who've been with the city for 25 years.
It just covers the employee, not the.
Correct.
Not the dependents.
It's not fair.
And so, yeah, I think that's the primary motivator behind it. It is an expense, like I said, relatively inexpensive expense, if it's already in the budget. It's very different from our.
No, it's not in the budget right now.
Is it not in the?
It come out of the medical fund.
The medical.
I know, but it's not in the budget to
It would
spend.
come out of the medical fund balance.
So we would have to change the budget to make this expense.
Gotcha.
To the budget amendment
It'd be an amendment.
or budget in the next fiscal year. So it's not in this is new money.
And it'd be hard to budget because you don't really know who's going to retire.
Right.
You know, I mean, you might have some idea, but you may not
I mean,
know for sure.
We'd have to take an estimate anyway, like we're doing, but just current, it would be coming, this money that won't be spent somewhere, I'm just telling you, you know, and when we're going to bring up the budget later and we're looking for money, this is just another expense.
Any other comments, questions?
My last comment is I think we ought to wait to see if the whole program saves money, and if it saves money, then we can think about adding the next group. But I think we need to get through the big group first to see if this plan is going to actually save us money. Because if we don't get enough enrolled, it's just going to cost us even, you know, quite a bit of money. So I think we ought to.
I would almost rather do it the opposite, because, you know, I think our initial contract's for maybe 18 months. And if it loses money in 18 months, then, you know, that's when we reconsider the whole program in general. The retiree program would also disappear with the program if it's not saving money.
Okay, we have a motion and a second on the floor, to approve. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
No.
Okay. 4-1. Okay, next item is, authorizing the proposal to conduct a historic resource survey. Staff is recommending Clifton Historic Resources. We discussed that.
Motion to approve.
Okay, at the workshop.
Second.
We have a motion and second. Any questions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, next item is authorizing the city of Loudon to submit a community development block grant to fund a wastewater system project. This grant is in the amount of $1 million. We would put $204,000, or the utilities would, $204,819 to that.
And that's the question. The city's not putting any money into this.
Exactly.
It's all coming from utilities.
That is correct, but the city has to apply for the grant.
Okay, so motion to approve.
Okay, have a motion, have a second. Any questions about it?
Clarification, please. Second,
Tim,
thank you.
so.
Y'all are going too fast for my
Yeah.
ears.
So it totally, it's a reimbursable grant too, so like I said, the city's just giving authorization to submit. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Next item is approving the pool filtration system renovation for the swimming pool. Director Law presented this at our workshop, so.
I'll make a motion.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any questions?
Yeah, and I'm sorry, Mr. Mayor, just,
Okay.
what was the issue on this? Cause I wasn't at the meeting.
Well, our system is pretty outdated, you need to replace it within, 10 to 15 years, and right now we're not meeting the minimum, turnover rate.
Of the water?
Six hour turnover.
So
rate.
is this an addition to the budget? Was this on the CIP?
It was on the CIP.
It was on this, are we just moving it forward off the CIP?
It was planned to be completed this year.
Okay,
This budget year.
Mhm,
Yeah.
this
So-
budget year.
was this money already budgeted for this
Correct.
then? Okay.
Now, I think you're just trying to get it ready for opening, correct?
Yes, trying to get her done and get her open for, in May.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And ask me, stop anytime, because like I said, you want
Yeah,
everything.
no, I appreciate it, thank you.
Next item is a resolution adopting planning services prior to annexation of certain territory upon written consent of the owners. The owners are here. An incorporation of the same within the boundaries of the city of Loudon. It's approximately 9.08 acres. Loudon Regional Planning Commission met on November 5th to approve this. So I guess we need to, what's the pleasure of council?
I'll make a motion.
Planning service. We have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Have a motion and a second to adopt the plan of services. Any questions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, next item is about the same property. It's a resolution to annex certain territory upon written consent of the owners and incorporate the same within the boundaries of the city of Loudon. And that's 9.8 acres of Matlock Bend Road East, tax map 32, parcel 111.00. Same request went to planning commission on November 5th.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Okay, we have a motion to approve. Do we have a second?
Second.
Okay, a motion and a second to approve the annexation. Any questions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, now ordinances. This is covering the same piece of property, which is amending the zoning map at the city of Loudon pursuant to 13-7203 and 204. TCA to zone property located on Matlock Bend Road East, tax map 32, parcel 111, approximately 9 acres, to be rezoned from Loudon County zoning M1 to general industrial district to city of Loudon zoning P1. So the request is taking it from county zoning M1 to P1. It's the pleasure of council.
make a motion to approve.
Okay, we have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, have a motion and a second. All right, any questions or discussions? Okay, roll call, please.
Vice Mayor Dixon,
Aye.
Councilmember Newman,
Aye.
Councilmember Cardwell,
Aye.
Councilmember Ridings,
Yes.
Mayor Harris.
Aye.
Thank you.
Motion carries. Thank you for that. Other item is,
Everyone's being quiet tonight.
he didn't want to talk over anybody. Fuel quote comparisons, we don't need to act, there's no action take on this, it's just information. The low quote for the purchase of fuel was received from Sweetwater Valley Oil Company for the projected amount of $18,665. So that's just for your information. Department reports, so, Mr. Brubaker, we'll start with you. Anything?
For you, Mayor.
Okay. All right, you heard from Deputy Harrison?
He's doing great, but 6 weeks in, so he's not.
Well, maybe he can catch up with Manager Goins. They both in Washington, so, maybe so.
I'm not going to Quantico.
Oh, come on.
He's down the road a little bit.
Yeah, he's down the road a little bit. Engineer Hogan, do you have anything to present to us?
No, sir, thank you.
Okay. Newly sworn in Director Parks and Recreation, Director Law.
I'll try to make it quick,
Oh, come on.
See how much he learned from that example?
We've selected a few applicants for for our interviews for the program coordinator position. We'll be interviewing at the end of March. Tammy Roberts and Rodney Grugan and I attended the Levitt Conference in LA earlier this month, and we just, picked up a lot of information on how to go through with the Levitt the Let It concert series, and which we're gonna start, the first show, on our 250-year celebration on July 3rd. So, you know, we're gonna combine the two events to make it a real big bang for the first one.
Do you have that artist, do you have that person?
Not yet, I'll, get with Tammy on that.
Okay.
We're working on that, but we haven't got it lined out just yet, but I'll, I'll get that to y'all next month. We've got, the Love and Loud event went great. We had a big response from the community. Everybody enjoyed it that showed up. Basketball's about to end, March 15th with the tournament. The softball's getting ready to kick off in May, so if anybody wants to play softball, it's time to sign up, $3.50 a team. And, we're basically trying to kick butt on budget planning right now. We're all working on it, but we're getting everything ready, but, yeah.
Is the adult softball, is that coming again this year, do you know yet, or, you know, the adult softball that, what's it called?
Oh, the Smoky Mountain Classic,
Yeah.
yes, sir.
Yes.
The end of May, first week of June.
Okay.
Yeah, that's coming in.
I know the hotel asked a lot about that.
Just don't have a concert at the same time now.
Yeah.
We're gonna try to have one.
Yeah, that'd be traffic
That
nightmare.
first.
That is a senior.
And go ahead and throw a pickle festival in there too.
Senior series.
Yeah, enjoy yourself.
Yeah, there's, people come from all over the country. Well, even, we've got some from Canada, so all over, even outside of Canada, even Canada.
I know the hotel owners there say they fill up during that week.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Yeah, they love it. So,
Yeah.
It's a big tourism thing.
thank you, Ramey.
Thank
Any
you.
other, I don't think I missed it. Well, Eddie, you have anything from the beer board?
There's one new permit this month.
Okay. Have you already met on that one, or you issued it?
No.
Oh, okay, okay.
You got Daniel here too?
Yeah, Daniel, you have anything?
No, sir.
Okay. Councilmember reports, Eric, you have anything?
We have an RAC meeting this Wednesday at 5:30. Here.
Okay, right here in
Right
this
here.
location. All right, Vice Mayor Dixon from Planning Commission.
We met, the historic zoning commission met, and we had one applicant that came, First Baptist Church of Lenore City. And they're redoing the First Baptist Church here in Loudon. And they told us all about it, had all kind of pictures, what they're doing down there. They're gonna have church there, try to build that church back up and get it going in this community.
Really appreciate First Baptist Lenore City stepping up
Absolutely.
and doing
Yeah.
that partnership with them.
Absolutely. Then, John Carville came, about the historic overlay district for the boundaries that they are proposing for the Historic Preservation Advisory Committee, so, they all.
That was not to be voted on, was it? It was just.
No, there was nothing there to be
Just
voted
something
on,
to
this
think
just,
on.
Okay,
what was presented at the meeting.
okay,
Then the Regional Planning Commission, we had an applicant, number 208, final plat subdivision of Tennessee National District Phase 2, parcel 104, tax map 032. They are going to build a road that goes all the way through, but they're still gonna have their, pods that's not gonna be included for the public to be able to, go into each one of these pods. That's,
that's to be private.
that's to be private.
Yeah.
So that was all at the Regional Planning Commission.
Okay, all right, Councilmember Cardwell from,
Well, I have one more.
oh, you have one, okay,
I
sorry.
have a Board of Zoning Appeals. It was number 236, 110 River Road West, administration review for the healthcare in the field of addiction recovery as a permitted use in the P1 Professional and Civic District. Applicant Kimberly Cooney.
Does everybody know where that is?
Yeah.
It's the Charette place across from Love's.
It's up on the hill.
Up on the hill from-
Yeah,
And what was the request again?
It is a recovery addiction
Yeah, but
facility.
they were asking for a variance?
no,
No.
no, to see if that, fell into that, if that was approved.
They just
For that
wanted to
use.
see if it, right.
Oh, okay, they were just wanting clarification.
Yes,
They, it was nothing to be voted on,
right,
just, they showed up to, let us know what was going on, and
and it's I think it's a 30-day program or something like that.
that's all there.
Okay, that's Councilman Cardwell?
Loudon Utility met today at 4:30. The following were passed by resolution. The board also approved the direct primary care provider contract. We also requested that the city of Loudon approve the community development block grant, which we just approved. We approved change order number 1 for the Monterey pump station to, let's see, how much was that? We upped the contract by $292,000 and also with the 90-day expansion or time extension. We awarded a professional services bid for water storage tank maintenance. And we also added Second Harvest to a TVA community care grant. And we established the natural gas rate at 161. The Historic Preservation Advisory Committee didn't meet this month. As Councilman Dixon said, we presented the new proposed overlay for the historic district and also a couple of designated landmarks. The tourism board met on the 9th. Were you able to go to that meeting?
Yes, sir.
I wasn't able to go. Could you give a quick, anything that came out of that tourism meeting?
Well, they basically talked about the YouTube videos that they've been producing, and they're working on, they've got, Lenore City's done, and they're working on ours. They should have ours, I think they said by next month.
Said by end of March, it said it had it.
Yeah, they would have ours done, and then we just talked about the upcoming events and hotel usage and some of the downtown Loudon and Lenore City, shop advertising possibilities.
And also the East Tennessee Foundation met and really trying to get it sort of reorganized. It doesn't have a lot of money in it. And so we're gonna have a special called meeting this month to try to develop a work plan for the year, which would include some fundraising to bring those funds up. Now also, I know I'm on it, but we're authorizing an additional member from Loudon if you want to think about appointing an additional member to give us another vote on that board.
Yeah, I don't know if he's the director, Scott, somebody asked for me to meet with him.
Yeah, he called me today. There were some
I'm trying to set up a
training,
meeting with him.
but when they came up, I looked at the bylaws and it said we were authorized to, so if you can find somebody to be interested in being the second member on that.
Okay. Councilmember Wright, did you have anything?
Sir.
Okay, some anniversaries, and then we'll let you do some birthdays. For LUB, we have Brody Brown. He celebrated a year anniversary this month with Electric Department. Bridget Johnson, Customer Service, she celebrated 1 year in February. Drew Russell, Gas Department, 2 years. Callie Smallin, 2 years in Customer Service at LUB. Ben White, Sewer Department, 2 years. And then we recognize Joe Don Moorfield, his 20 years of service in the Electric Department at the LUB meeting. City of Loudon, we have Juan Espinoza, Facilities and Maintenance, 4 years. Jacob Quinn, Loudon Fire Department, celebrated 6 years in February. Travis Gray and Bill James hired on the same day, and they're both celebrating. Travis Gray in the Codes Department, Bill James, Loudon Fire Department, 21 years. We thank all these employees for their years of service, and you have a few birthdays, I think.
I do. From the police department, Michael Flynn, February 28th. From the fire department, Andy Disney, February the 8th. Greg Johnson, February the 11th. Hunter Raby, February 14th. The electric department, Aaron Littleton, February the 11th. Travis Williams, February 21st. From our water department, Ed Adami. Yeah, February the 3rd. I thought I said that wrong. Then miscellaneous services, which is civil service board, Dickie Blankenship, February 25th. That's all, Mayor.
Okay, all right. Anyone have anything? You ladies good?
Yeah.
Tell your stuff?
Mayor,
Kevin, go
I have
ahead.
a couple of things for
Okay.
y'all. So one of the ones you see on the board right now, so what happens this time of the year, both in the utilities and the city, is all the legislators start filing all their bills. TMEPA, which is Tennessee Municipal Electric Power Association, they also, because most of us that are munis have water, sewer, gas and city, they track bills, they help us track them. TAUD also helps track some, and so, two of the ones of interest to the city that showed up, they also help us, know what's going on with municipality bills as well. The one you see on the screen, SB 2311, we're just watching it. Most of us oppose it. I believe as a municipality, we would oppose this. It would require that counties submit, that the county has to approve anything outside of the municipal boundary, even if it's inside the urban growth boundary. The next bill, hit the next one, is basically the same thing, proposed by somebody different. It has some different information. I included them both so you can see this has got some legs. I don't think that the developer lobby will let this go through, especially not the House. But I wouldn't swear by anything. So we're watching these along with several utility bills. That's why I was in Nashville last week, speaking to our representatives and congressmen, our congressmen and senators about our things we support, things we don't support. That's what I'm doing in DC this week, more on the utilities front. But these two can be a little concerning. So we're just keeping an eye on these. There's one other one. It's not really a concern. Hit the next one. This one, we do advertise in the paper at times we don't have to. There are only certain things that have to be advertised in the newspaper. We really learned from MTAS a few weeks ago that we were probably overdoing that, which costs us money. So, and there's not a great viewership. So this is another one that is up, that we support, allowing us in a few other places to just be able to post things online, to make it a lot easier and cheaper for the city to be able to advertise like we're supposed to, and I suppose the utilities, it's any governing body. And so these are just three that I want to pick out and show you. I get a weekly about a list of about 100 pages of these that between TAUD and TMEPA that they're helping us track. There's some pretty concerning ones on the utility side. And I've sent some emails to them. I didn't give them this report because I knew y'all probably want to know, since we just had this issue with our with the urban growth boundary, that this is a thing that's out there. But this is the kind of thing that I'm keeping an eye on for us, and sending letters, sending emails, making phone calls. A couple of these, if they get any more legs, I may ask you all to send some emails and make a few phone calls. But it's very important that Loudon be represented in these things, because there are very few. I mean, if you think about all the lobbyists and developers and all the people that are coming at our legislators, there are not a lot of us, as far as city managers and on the utility side, GMs, to speak up for our municipality. And so just wanted to show y'all some of those things that are out there. I'll continue to send you this information as I get it. And we'll continue to be writing letters, making phone calls, and those kind of things. Just wanted to give you all an update on those.
Thank you, Kevin. I'd encourage you, if you got contact for those, I mean, those first two are very concerning, as he said. That's definitely not something that the city would support.
Can you send us the summaries that you have on the slides?
He did send us that.
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All
And
right.
Well, the ones I sent you a different set last week. This set's what came out this week, and what they send us are the bills that are supposed to hit the floor that week. So I get every week I get a different list, and some of them just get kicked to the next week, or don't get out of committee, or those kind of things. But yes, I'll continue to send you those.
Yeah, and just highlight it on the ones that you want us to go ahead and call on or contact on.
Okay. Yeah, we're keeping an eye on those things too. And TPA, that we have an attorney that works. We are a part of the association of TMEPA and TVPPA, and they have an attorney that is sort of our lobbyist that's over there keeping an eye on these bills, and he's in their offices quite regularly. And the ones that I know, when I see them out places, I just kind of, hey, it's terrible. Just kind of let them know what we like and what we don't like. But I'll send you some. Would you all like a a stock letter that you just gotta fill something in, or do you wanna write your own if you send them an email?
Start with a stock and we can edit
Yeah,
as we move.
Okay,
that'd be good.
okay, I'll get you that.
All right, thank you, Kevin. Any other
Yes, sir.
comments? Melissa, you have anything?
No, thank you, Mayor.
Okay, all right, this meeting is.
Mr. Rollins,
Mr. Meeting is
can
adjourned.
you hang on, we'll chat with you afterwards. Sure.
Okay, thank y'all for coming.
7:28.
Employees, it's just a matter of principle. I'm a budget. So, anyway,
What do we do with this one?
That's great.